I don't know what to make of Indiana. I haven't known what to make of Indiana all season. I still don't, and I don't think you do either.
I mean, I think I do know one thing. One, I think I've been one of the louder critics on Indiana as a team. And I know Indiana fans come on this channel sometimes and they're like, you guys don't give Indiana the credit. You guys don't do this. You guys don't do that. I hear all that. I still truly believe that like Indiana is not a good team in my eyes. I'm sorry. I don't feel that way. Will that change? I don't really know, but still to this point, I just don't think they're okay to me. They're just not good. But I will say this, and one thing that I have said from day one, Malik Reneau's a guy. Like Malik Reneau. My apologies. Malik Reneau is really, really good, and I think that is directly leading to the success of Indiana. Like these are the last 4 games for Malik. 25 points on 10 of 14 from the field, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. 34 points, 13 of 19 from the field, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Game before that, 14 points, 4 of 9, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Game before that, 23 points, 10 of 16, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Over that span, 8 of 12 from threes as well. And in this game against Ohio State, where it was close, he pours in 23 points, and 19 of those 23 came in the second half. Like he's a dude, man. He's really good. And the one thing Indiana fans can always be very sure of is that they got some front court shit to them. Like they got guys in the front court that can get it done and wear and renew. So Reneau, god damn it, I don't care. It's either one. But he's a really good, and this is a really good win for them. Like obviously it's a home game against Ohio State, who I still think is a good team. But for them to, kind of eke out a close one that could have gone either way, and they had guys make plays that helped them win the football game, I think goes a long way. Win the basketball game. My apologies.
Yeah, you're right. I had a lot of thoughts in this game, like a lot of thoughts in this game. By the way, which one of those 4 Malik Reneau games do you think I bet on his over for points plus rebounds plus assists?
The one he had 14.
Yeah, yep, that one. Yeah, he's been really, really good. I will not bet him anymore. There you go, Indiana fans. I think I'm the curse. So I had a couple thoughts because I opened this by asking you, like, I don't think we know who Indiana is. Like, do you feel like you know who they are? I think the same could be said for Ohio State right now. I think a lot of people wanted to crown these guys as like the team that took the jump, and we loved them on paper in the offseason, and a lot of like, don't sleep on Holtman, and he's gonna get it figured out. And they looked pretty good in the non-con for the most part. I was wildly unimpressed with Ohio State in this game. And I think that's part of the story. I give Indiana credit for like forcing it. Like they definitely got Ohio State uncomfortable and did a really good job on Ohio State's guards. But to me, like it felt to me like Indiana clearly had the better front court. That's because Renew's awesome. And Ware had an impact even in a smaller, quieter night, which I think is a good thing. I think it's good that it's shifting to Renew being the loud guy and Ware being the quieter guy. But like Ohio State kept doing what didn't work to me. Like they kept trying to get Gale and Thornton downhill. And if they got to the rim, Renew and Ware were just eating that shit up. Like they didn't have answers at the rim in this game. They kept trying, and it looked so stupid.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, they lost this game by 6 points with Bruce Thornton going 4 for 17 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3, and Roddy Gale going 3 for 17 and 0 of 5 from 3. Like if those guys
So
hit
bad.
one each, they win this game.
Yeah, it's so bad. And look, I know we're like wish thinking this back through. But like, like the Ohio State was up 9 in the second half. Like it's not a game where I felt like Indiana like was dominating or was the better team. You just look up and they're in the middle of this crazy assembly hall run. And to be honest, I expected more of Ohio State's guards because people have been throwing around the best backcourt in the Big Ten thing. A lot of that lately. If you're the best backcourt in the Big Ten, you win this game with what you
Yeah.
got from other guys.
But in defense, they have been playing like the best backcourt in the Big Ten. They've been playing like it as of recently.
You've had the best backcourt in the Big Ten at times in the past couple years, I think. Not always, but at times.
Yeah, I mean they got outdid by Xavier Johnson in this game. Roddy Gale had more turnovers than made field goals in this game.
Yeah, have your guards ever had a stinker like this though? That's what I'm trying. Like I don't. If Tyson Walker goes 3 for 17, then the other guy is better. And also Tyson would
No,
never go for 3 for 17.
I don't know if we've ever had a double backcourt stinker to this level.
Doesn't happen if you're an elite.
But okay, but on the same token of that, because I pride Sleepers Media in being an objective podcast, unbiased, despite what everybody else says.
Yeah.
I do want to give credit to Xavier Johnson for what he did in this basketball game.
Oh, I like
I
that.
don't I'm not saying he was just like out of this world, but I thought he was aggressive, which led to him getting to the free throw line, and he ended up with 18 points in this game. And in a game where he had, I think there's something to be said about how he's wired mentally, I guess. Because I always give players credit when really good players come into their house and they like take that shit personally. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not sure who I used this example with last, but it's just honestly no, it was with AJ Hogarth and Boo Booey. I was just like, how many times are you gonna let that guy punk you and beat you? And once again, he did it.
One
But
more.
yeah, one more time for the win column. But there's something to be said about like Xavier Johnson and even put Trey Galloway in that same category. This good backcourt that everyone's been raving about came into your house after every single guard has done nothing but bust y'all ass all season long. And you hold Bruce Thornton the 4 for 17 and Roddy Gale for 3 for 17. Like that, I gotta tip the cap and give credit to the Indiana backcourt for doing so. Was it all them shutting them down? No, it wasn't that. That's not how basketball works. They definitely made something tougher, but I also think that Ohio State guards just kind of miss shots they usually make. But at the same time, you got to give credit where credit is due. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I like the Johnson call out. That was on my list to get to. We probably should have led with it. If this is the Xavier Johnson you get every single game, Indiana's a tournament team. But I think they need this almost every game to win enough games to do it. Like I don't think Xavier can do this once every 5 games and you win that one game and it adds up to a tournament resume.
Can I ask you a fun random question that just popped in my head?
I guess I'm scared though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I like we're going like the big three. Like, who are your three guys? Like, if they're in a tournament must win situation game, and I want you to like rank them. And when you rank them, I want to know what order would you put it that would be Indiana the most successful. So like their top three players in the order that you think would lead to the most team success for Indiana.
Just like I'm taking them individually. Like, is that how it works? Like, or what do you mean?
Like you have this Indiana roster, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you're basically like, who are your guys? Like, who are you riding in the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say like Ware would be the number one guy, but is Ware being the number one guy leading to actual wins? So if you had the choice, like, what's it look like? Is Xavier Johnson the number one guy? Like,
So like,
how would you rank it?
what's best for Indiana? Like
Yes,
rank
what's
that.
best? What's best for Indiana? Like Indiana to be the best basketball team they can be.
Can I do 5?
Yes, you can.
Malik Renew 1, Xavier Johnson 2, Trey Galloway 3,
Whoa.
Mackenzie Mbako 4, Khalil Ware 5.
So why is Kel'el Ware so low?
Because I think on games where Khalil Ware is just totally quiet, uninvolved, his talent still impacts the game.
Mm.
To me, when Khalil Ware is having a loud Khalil Ware game, usually the number one thing that's being affected is his own box score at the expense of other things. That's just how his game works. And maybe that'll change in the NBA. And that I know that sounds really harsh, but like I thought Ware in 31 minutes tonight, he didn't end up with a block, but I thought he altered shots. I thought he had guys uncomfortable. I thought he was good as a rim runner. Like there were a couple just huge lobs that he was in the right spot. He played hard. He got involved in winning plays within the flow of the action without like, we need to get the ball to Khalil and see what happens. And I thought this was the best Indiana's offense had looked. Like that second half to me was by far the best Indiana's offense has looked for much of this season. Um, so yeah, I have him fifth because I think like even if he's not involved offensively, he should still be doing things that impact the game. And Renew's too good, man. He has to be number one. He has to like he should be sooner rather than later. He should be an All Big Ten first team guy.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that way too. I think I'll go somewhat in that same order. I don't know if I had Ware at 5, but I still feel that way because, like you said, uh, I call it like whatever you want to call it, a sleepy, lackluster Ware performance. He's still 7 foot out there,
Yeah.
and every guard who drives, if they say they're not thinking about him down there, then they're lying. Like everything they do going to the rim is affected because he's down there. Like just by being on the court and being able to be out there and be athletic and be long and do that type of stuff. So I think I agree with you.
Pause.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies. I mean, third recap in a row. I'm gonna eventually mess up to that extent. But thank you for holding me
Yes.
accountable.
It's past midnight. Your power forward had 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0 in 26 minutes tonight. It's okay. You can't be held accountable for that.
On that same category, last thing I want to say, can you explain to me why Evan Mahaffey plays 20 minutes a game for Ohio State?
Nope. Well, actually, kind of. Although this is a bad game to use this as my stance on this. Evan
Mm.
Mahaffey plays 21 minutes because Scotty Middleton stinks and Tyson Chapman stinks, and so he has to.
Scotty Milton was good in this game.
I know it's a bad game for me to make that point, but
Okay.
yeah, I think in general those guys just stink.
Okay. Gotcha. And interesting. Just wondering.
Scotty, I will say this, Scotty's making threes. Like he's shooting 42% from three on the season. The problem is he's shooting 36% from 2-point range. He doesn't get to the free throw line. He doesn't pass the ball. He doesn't defend. Like he doesn't do
He doesn't eat.
Scotty Middleton would make a lot more sense if you considered that he might just be Foster Lawyer in a totally different build.
That hurts me.
But I think like that's what I expect when I see him on the floor. Is like that guy'll shoot a wide open three, and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay. That hurts.
He's frail, man.
He
Like,
is very frail. Very, very frail.
yeah, I don't know. He's like those like what are they like pixie sticks? Is that what the
Yeah.
candy's called?
Yeah. Malik Hall played 26 minutes tonight and had 0, 0, and 0.
Scotty Middleton does not do that. That's actually a really good segue to remind me to check on Cardio Cups. How did Gabe do tonight? It looks like he had 0 points, up 1 assist, and 1 turnover in 4 minutes.
Better than Malik Hall.
Yeah, he had an impact. That's good.
Good work.
All right. So does this change anything? Just take away from this. I think we're both surprised Ohio State lost, but probably shouldn't be. Like home teams, we need to remember that matters. I think my takeaway is Indiana's going to be good at Assembly Hall. I don't think that's going anywhere. Like I think they're going to win a lot of games in the Big Ten at Assembly Hall this year. I still don't think Indiana's a tournament team. And the last thing, I don't think Ohio State's great anymore. I think they're still a top half Big Ten team, but that defense is gross, and I don't trust them. And I don't think I trust Chris Holtman. I don't.
Hey, that's my guy. Let's not
My
do
guy,
that.
he's my guy too. But like
I,
Christopher, it's a
yeah,
9-point lead against this Indiana team
yeah, you got to find a way to win that basketball
in the
game.
game, man. And but remembered it. The body language stuff came back. It came
Oh
back.
no. What?
Did you see it?
No, I didn't notice. Well, I watched the game, but I didn't notice the body language stuff.
It came back from Bruce.
No.
Yeah, but this is why I'm still hopeful they'll be all right. Bruce was doing the pouty pouts, and Roddy Gale's an elite teammate guy. Roddy Gale would like throw the ball out of bounds in this game and then run to like 3 different teammates and like put his arm around them and high five them, be like, "That was on me, bro. That was not like he was the connector. He was trying to keep people level headed." Bruce would make a mistake, and Bruce would like kick someone. Like he was he was bad. He was sulking. It scared me. It was sensible-esque.
That's not good. That's not good
No.
whatsoever. I think I feel the same way. I also I just don't think that Roddy Gale and Bruce Thornton will ever play this bad together again. Maybe one of them will, not both of them. I just don't see that happening.
I think they're going to keep doing this every road game. It's a take I have.
We'll
Because
see how that unfolds. Well, I'll be interested to revisit this and see how it unfolds.
well, if you will remember, Cart, Ohio State's last Big Ten road game, they blew a 18-point lead with 15 minutes left against Penn State,
Yeah, that's bad.
and Roddy Gale and Bruce Thornton were bad in that game.
All
So
right, so that's 2 games. What's a pattern? 3?
I don't know. I don't know. I
That's how
don't
I
like
play it.
this conference stinks.
Yes,
Everyone in this conference stinks,
yes.
except for Purdue and Illinois.
And once again, we have to look at us. We're the mitten teams, and we've done nothing to help that narrative.
I don't know. I don't know. Indiana is 2 games ahead of Michigan State in the Big Ten standings.
Congrats to the Hoosiers, man. Hoo hoo.
Candy Stripes, baby.